Here's Elon Musk talking Tesla FSD at the XAI hackathon.
So, unsupervised is pretty much sold at this point. So there will be Tesla Robotaxis operating in Austin with no one in them, not even anyone in the passenger seat, in about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty much a solved problem. We're just going through validation right now. And that will be done with quite a small model. There's a model that's an order of magnitude larger that will probably be deployed in late January or February. And that, so we'll achieve a safety level sufficient that there's no one in the car. They can just drive around with the current model size, and then the order of magnitude greater model size that goes out in January or Feb. So it's just going to get even better. And then we're going to add reasoning, chainable reasoning, and a lot of RL. So the car's going to get several times better than a human at driving. It might get to 10x, but even with the AI4 hardware car. And we're close to completing the design of AI5, which will be, by some metrics, about 40 times better than AI4. But all things considered, probably at least 10 or 11 times better. And that's probably more production of 27. And then AI6 will follow that very quickly. And then I think to get to serious scale, Tesla will probably need to build a gigantic chip fab, like Tesla Terafab. To have like a few hundred gigawatts of AI chips per year, I don't see that capability coming online fast enough. So it's probably requires building a gigantic fab.
Holy shit. Some huge news, disclosures, goals, and timelines for the Tesla investors out there. Musk autonomy is pretty much a solved problem. Yeah, we know. We've seen the videos. We've seen people taking trips. We know what it can do. Importantly, Tesla's still on track, give or take, by end of year to have fully autonomous, human-free robotaxis operating in Austin. Now, as I record this, there are Tesla employees sitting in the passenger seat, which in and of itself is evidence of how capable these vehicles are. But Tesla's still on track. This is a new video of Elon Musk saying that about 3 weeks from now, e.g. around end of year, the humans who are currently in the passenger seat in Austin disappear. He adds that this, as in fully autonomous, unsupervised, no Tesla employee, no human in the vehicle other than a passenger, not even then when it's going to pick someone up, will be done with a relatively small model around January, February, a few months from then. A model that is 10 times larger, e.g. significantly better and more capable, will go live. Tesla will be adding chain of reasoning and a lot of reinforcement learning. The software will become meaningfully better than humans, several times better than humans, and potentially even as much as 10 times better with existing hardware, e.g. hardware 4. Then he goes on to talk about the AI5 chip, by some metrics 40 times better, but in terms of performance, likely 10 times, an entire order of magnitude. That goes into production in 2027. AI6 soon after. Then, just in case there was any doubt about the seriousness of Tesla's potential to create a gigantic chip fabrication plant, Musk again on the record, it seems necessary. Tesla's going to have to make a gigantic chip fabrication plant, already potentially named Tesla Terafab. Musk doesn't see any other way to get to hundreds of gigawatts of chips per year. So what do? Build your own fucking chip fab plant. Probably not a business that Musk or Tesla were wishing to get into, but when you see a bottleneck a few years out and no one's going to alleviate that for you, you have no fucking choice. This fucking guy cannot do anything small. Hilarious post overnight, reposting some comments about SpaceX and its potential current valuation. Spoiler alert, $2.5 trillion enterprise value by 2030. And then some absolutely insane commentary from Musk. He actually reposts this with the caption, Kardashev 3 or bust. If you're not a nerd, look it up. Trust me, you'll shit a brick. And while we are on the subject of SpaceX, unconfirmed rumors today via Doomberg, SpaceX is moving ahead with plans for an IPO that would seek to raise significantly more than $30 billion in a transaction that would make it the biggest listing of all time. Motherfuckers. Apparently a $1.5 trillion valuation. Just a little bit of context. Tesla, as I record this, currently a $1.4 trillion company. Let me know in the comments below who would be interested in owning some SpaceX stock. Wait a second, I think I know someone who'd be interested. Oh, that's weird, he's got the same name as me, Stephen Ryan. Posted 18th of June 2015. Hypothetical share purchases. Oh, this will be interesting. After all, this guy has the same name as me. What a coincidence. This guy, more than a decade ago, wrote, I thought this would be a fun chance to make some hypothetical purchases. And no doubt this forum will be around for a long time, says me right now, reading this more than 10 years later. So it'll be interesting to check back. State the amount, the company, and the minimum hold period. So let's just get to the point. This guy thought, yeah, $500,000 into Tesla, hold at least 10 years. $100,000 into Solar City, at least 5 years. $500,000 into Google. I mean, that's the most obvious thing of all time back in 2015. Hold for at least 10 years. $500,000 spread across the top 20 biotechnology, artificial intelligence, and robotics companies. Oh, isn't that interesting? Because Tesla at the time was called Tesla Motors, and now since then it's also become an AI leader and a robotics. What the hell? Weird coincidence, but here's the fucking point. SpaceX, $5 million with a 30-year hold period. He notes, in parentheses, SpaceX today goes public. Now, here's the thing. If he had the money back then, this guy who actually has my name because he is me, had previously emailed SpaceX asking about what was the minimum amount of capital required for the next funding round. And they replied, in essence, there's technically no minimum, but I think they said we're ideally looking for 9 figures, maybe 8. So I was a little bit short. But had I had the opportunity back then, I would have 100% invested 10 times more money in SpaceX than I did in Tesla. I mean, it's here. It's on the record. You can't make this stuff up. And then, of course, also $1 million spread across more genomics-related, biotechnology-related companies. That was Craig Venter's first public company. Now, this fucking guy, he continued with the post. I believe that's a good spread with enormous potential. I will be putting some of my money where my mouth is. I don't quite have a spare $1.6 million to get going on these immediate purchases, though. A lot's happened since this post, including the advent of LLMs. Shout out to Grok. Hey, Grok, help a brother out here. How'd this post age? All right, now if you're a nerd, just pause the video as you need. I'll share the entire thing. I basically said, look how this post aged. I mean, again, just pause the video if you want to see all the details. So here's what happens. We'll just get to the bottom line, but I will scroll through this whole post and Grok's entire response again. If you're a nerd, just pause it and read the detail. Here's the bottom fucking line. The hypothetical $7.1 million in total invested at the time would today be worth $359 million. That's not bad. That ironically, with an absolute miss on the Craig Venter related projects, essentially going nowhere, on average a 5% return over a decade. Dog shit. According to Grok, back in 2015, SpaceX had a valuation of $12 billion. So $5 million invested. I will note, by the way, that was far and away the biggest, right? $5 million. That was 10 times more than Tesla, turning into $333 million, doing almost all the heavy lifting. For context, that's 6,500% return. Spread across the genomics, robotics, and AI companies, 700%. Google, about 1,000%. Tesla, about 2,500. If SpaceX does IPO, it's about fucking time. If only, however, I'd been able to invest 10 years ago, and those hypothetical purchases had in fact been real. So let me know in the comments below who's interested in the SpaceX IPO. I'd also like to point out that this is proof, clear evidence. The haters are right, and I just got really lucky investing in Tesla and starting a channel and telling everybody the opportunity I was seeing before anyone else seemed to notice it and pounding the table over and over and over. This is clear proof that I am absolutely a one-hit wonder who just got lucky. Want more content? Early access? A bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 has been part of my daily health protocol for almost half a decade. It's packed full of vitamins and minerals and helps me fill in nutritional gaps while supporting energy, digestion, and immune function. It also has prebiotics and probiotics to promote gut health. I take my health very seriously, and so should you. Try AG1 today by visiting drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link in the pinned comment and enjoy a free welcome kit with vitamin D3 plus K2 and AG1 travel packs. That's drinkag1.com/SMR.